guys, the Benidorm Enthusiast here, and today we're going to be taking you for a nice relaxing stroll around one of the more chilled, calmed and relaxing parts of Benidorm. We're at the Old Town end of Poniente Beach. We're starting off at Club Nautico, which is the bar that's attached to the harbour, and this is a real hidden gem. It's spread over 2 floors, and on this upper floor you get the most amazing views of the Poniente side of Benidorm. I cannot understand why more people don't come here. It's a really good people watching spot for seeing what's going on around the port area and on the beach, and the views stretch right the way 3 kilometres down of the whole of the Poniente side. This part of Benidorm has a completely different feel to it than the Levante side, which is most famous for the partying and the nightlife. The Poniente side is more what you'd expect to see from a typical Spanish resort, and it's often overlooked by some of the Brits who think that all Benidorm is good for is rowdiness, partying, stag do's and all that sort of stuff. You won't see much of that over this side of the Poniente side, and it is absolutely stunning. So let's go have a little wander. We're going to start around the port area, the harbour, and see what things are looking like around there. It's only a small harbour, mainly filled with fishing boats and small yachts. But if you're like me and you love wandering around looking at these boats, dreaming about what you one day may own, then this is a great spot to just have a little stroll, have a little wander around and take it all in. You can also get involved in all sorts of water activities around here, water sports. You've got jet skis, you've got parasailing, you've got the banana boat, you've got fly fish, and of course you can take some of the fabulous boat trips that Benidorm has to offer. The most famous one is of course over to Benidorm Island. If you do come to this part of Benidorm, you absolutely must take a walk down the pier, which is completely different to Blackpool's pier. I must get in before you even start in the comments. Let's have a little look at the Poniente skyline and pick out some bits so that you guys know exactly what you're looking at. So if you start off at the far end of Poniente Beach, that end down there is known as La Cala Benidorm. Then you move along and you'll get to the Grand Bali Hotel. That's Benidorm's tallest hotel, and at one point it was the tallest hotel in Europe. Not sure if that is still the case, I'll have to get back to you on that. Just in front of the Grand Bali you can see the Delphin Tower, and that part will soon be changing because there's a new 44-storey tower which has just been built right now. Moving further along, you can see a couple of more new luxury residential complexes before you get to the In Tempo. The In Tempo is Benidorm's tallest building overall. We've actually been up to the top of that. If you haven't seen that video, check that out. More luxury apartments being built next to the In Tempo. There is a lot of construction work going on around that part of Poniente, really hoping to attract those big money buyers into the area. And as we move along, you can see the Puig Campana next. That's the big mountain which towers over Benidorm and protects it a lot from bad weather. From there, moving along, you'll see that the height of the buildings start to drop as we get to the Old Town part of Poniente. And if you can just make out the palm trees, that's the beginning of Parque Elche, also known as Dove Park, which we'll be showing you in just a moment. Moving round to look in the other direction, and here you've got a great viewpoint over the whole of the port area, the main part of the Old Town, the San Jaime Church, and up to the Mirador, which is one of my favourite parts of Benidorm. Fantastic views from up there as well. I'm sure you'll have seen that area on some of our videos. If you haven't been yet, it's an absolute must. Get it on your list. As you get further along the little pier here, the Old Town Beach, Playa Malpaz comes into view. Now when it comes to Benidorm's beaches, Poniente and Levante are the ones that get all the glory, but this little beach is absolutely stunning. Let's go take a closer look. Look at that, it is absolutely beautiful. It's a small beach, but it's not the smallest of Benidorm's beaches. Did you know Benidorm actually has 5 beaches in total? There are 2 more hidden coves over on the Rincon de l'Oix side, which I'm sure we'll show you in another video soon. But this one is absolutely gorgeous. It stays quite calm because of the shelter from the cliffs. Generally that shelters you if there's any wind as well, and it's great for swimming, great for families because it stays quite shallow, quite far out, so you can have a nice wander, and there's not many rocks in the sea on this beach either. In between the Malpaz beach and the harbour, you've got this little walkway which leads you down towards Parque Elche, also known as Dove Park, and as promised, we're going to take you for a little look around that area now. As you get closer to the Parque Elche or the Dove Park, you've got a few little cafes and restaurants along this little stretch of the walkway, and the smell of seafood really hits you. Absolutely gorgeous. When you get to the corner where the Poniente Beach meets the Old Town, you will find yourself in Parque Elche, also known as Dove Park or even Pigeon Park because of all the birds that like to congregate here. I like to call it Dove Park. I don't think Pigeon Park really has quite the same ring to it. The proper name of this park, though, Parque Elche, is named after a part of Spain not too far from here, which is famous for its vast palm groves. And as you can see down here at Parque Elche, there are loads of palm trees which offer a nice bit of shade and sun in between for a lovely stroll down the Poniente beachfront. This park stretches around 120 metres along the Poniente beachfront. There are kids' play parks and exercise areas dotted along it, and it's overlooked by some of Benidorm's top hotels. Right guys, we're going to leave it here for today, but we will continue showing you more of the Poniente side of Benidorm in future videos. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss them. And if you've enjoyed this video, give us a big thumbs up. Also, if you've explored this area yourself, let us know what your thoughts were in the comments below. Also, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, X and TikTok at the Benidorm Enthusiast. Stay positive and stay safe.